Welcome back, everyone. This is attempt number 2 on this video. I shot the first one and realized that you could not see the suppressor on pretty much the whole video. So this is try number 2. Hey, I've never claimed to be a professional. So um, this is the YHM Turbo T3. So I've had this for probably about a month and a half now, something like that. And I wasn't. I've had firearms for a very long time, and never really was that interested in suppressors. Honestly, even when about a year ago, when the wait time started to come down drastically, I still was like, yeah, to me, it wasn't really that big of a deal. However, several years of shooting, sometimes without hearing protection, foolishly, started to take an impact on take an effect on my hearing. So I started going, you know what? Maybe I should look at a suppressor. The wait times are down, and I really wasn't looking for anything ultra crazy. I was not looking to spend over $1,000. Really, I wanted to keep it under that, including the tax stamp. So after lots of research, um, I was looking at the Otter Creek Labs, the YHM, some dead air ones that my local gun store had, and eventually I settled on the Turbo T3. This is the latest turbo version. There was a original turbo, then there was a T2, then this is the T3, and this is supposed to mitigate um, gas blowback. Um, I honestly think it did a very good job. I've shot other suppressors before, mostly traditional style suppressors. I've not shot any pass throughs, which I know are really mitigate that. However, there are some drawbacks. They do allow a little more noise to come through. So for me, the T3 was kind of what I was looking for. I want to say with the tax stamp, everything in, it was around 750, somewhere in there. And my wait time for approval was only about a week. So pretty happy with that. Um, as far as sound, everything like that, I can't complain. Again, I'm not a suppressor expert, so this is kind of just a pretty generic, kind of new to the suppressor world, even though I have shot suppressors before. So the fit and finish on it, everything is very good. It comes with a couple of wrenches to take the suppressor off, change out the mounting system if you want. And, it is technically right on that hearing safe level. I want to say it's around 137 decibels, something like that. It's probably a little louder on the 10.5-inch AR that I'm shooting it on for the most part. On the 16-inch IWI Carmel I have, I definitely noticed it was a little quieter with that. I think you could shoot that without hearing protection, and not, get the ears ringing, anything like that. Um, Regardless, even shooting suppressed, anything supersonic, you're still, in my opinion, going to want to use hearing protection. So as far as the actual can goes, seems to be very good quality, and I've been happy with everything. About it. I've heard good things about YHN, Yankee Hill Machine. They seem to have very good customer service, all that good stuff. So the main part of this video, though, was about their mounting system. So they have a couple different mounting systems out there. This is the QD version. This is the Phantom. I believe they have the SRX, and I believe there's one more that are more of a thread on style suppressor mount. Um, QD, quick detach. Um, this is their Phantom. This uses a more traditional QD system where it's more of a ratcheting design, and I've been very happy with it. There's been a lot of criticism on the Phantom QD mount. I would say personally the biggest disadvantage is that it is a little heavy. It adds a fair amount of weight to the suppressor. I will say I don't really notice it that much on this 10.5 inch AR. I make it a point to not. I made it a point on this gun not to put a bunch of stuff out front here, and that keeps that weight down out front. So it's actually very well balanced with the suppressor on it. But keep that in mind, it is heavier. So if you're trying to save weight with a suppressor mount, yeah, there's probably better options out there. In the YHM Turbo T3, you can put most suppressor mounts on it. So the biggest issue people were having is when they were threading it on, basically they weren't locking it into place. And I saw some reports that people were saying it was causing accuracy issues, even going so far as to say that you have to get a certain mount to mate up with the actual muzzle device, and the chance of that happening were slim. But in all reality, though, I've tried this with a couple different mounts. It's perfectly fine. So basically, what you do when you thread it on, you hear the clicks. Now, what people were doing before is essentially they were threading on, and then as soon as they started hearing the clicks, they stopped, and it caused this. So that was a lot of people saying, "Well, this mount's not very good. It's loose. The suppressor's not on there very tight. This is going to cause baffle strikes. All that." Not really the case. Now, I will say, since I've taken this off and on a few times, it actually now as soon as I tighten it down, it just falls right into place, and then as you can see, it's rock solid. The first couple times I mounted it, there's little teeth on here. The camera probably won't show it, but there's little teeth on here, and then there is a groove cut out that it falls into. And basically, the first couple times I would get it tight, and it was as tight as it would go, but it would not. The small teeth would not lock into place. And all you have to do is wiggle this little piece down here. So I will show you which piece you got to move. It's this one right here. So if you put your suppressor on and it's not locked down like that, these teeth have not fallen into place. Just give this a wiggle. This does move, and it'll lock right into place. And that's all you have to do. So if you're having any issues with your Phantom mount, that's really all you have to do. So, and honestly, after use, mine now just locks into place, no issue. So overall, especially since this is a more budget setup, the fact that it came with one of these muzzle devices and QD attachments for the suppressor, I would say go ahead and run it. I did buy another one. This is actually the short version, this muzzle device. This is the short one that I ordered for this because I did not want a full size muzzle device on this 10.5 inch AR. So they do make the one that comes with it is this one. So as you can see, it's a little bit longer, um, more of a traditional A2 flash hider on there. So um, yeah, that's the YHM Turbo T3 and the Phantom QD mount that it chips with. I've been very happy with it. I would say if the weight's not an issue and you're only maybe going to move it between a couple rifles since it already comes with one, save yourself some money and just order one more. They're kind of pricey no matter which brand you go with. This one, just for the muzzle device, was about $100. So there's just really no getting around that I have found. So to me, I was only going to switch this between two rifles for the most part. So for me, it made sense to go with the Phantom. and I was unsure of it before I used it, but honestly, I'm happy that that's the route I went with. So anyway, that's the YHM. Thanks for watching.